If you're waking up around 2 a.m., it might not be your bladder or stress. It could be something much simpler, something you're doing less than an hour before bed. As a sleep doctor, I'm urging seniors to stop this one behavior because the science is clear. It can sabotage your deep sleep and raise your risk of chronic illness. And it's more common than you think. Stay with me, because once you know the truth, your nights could change starting tonight. Marjorie, 74, thought her wake-ups were just part of aging, or maybe her bladder. But the real issue? Dinner. Not what she ate, but when. Few people realize our sleep after 60 becomes fragile, like a glass clock, and eating late can quietly shatter it. Even a small snack can spike alert hormones and silence melatonin. Let's look at the biology behind this, and how a small change in timing could restore your deepest sleep. 1. Why seniors wake up at 2 a.m. and don't know why. Marjorie thought it was her bladder, or maybe just being older. She was 74, healthy mostly, but every night around 2:15, she'd wake up wide-eyed and stay that way. She didn't drink caffeine late. She took her evening walk. She followed all the usual advice. But when I asked her what time she ate dinner, she paused. Usually around 7:30, she said, and sometimes I'll have a little yogurt and banana before bed, just something light. That small snack was the reason she couldn't stay asleep, because even light food triggers digestion, blood sugar rises, insulin kicks in, and cortisol, a hormone that should be dropping by night, starts climbing again. In younger bodies, melatonin can counterbalance it, but after 60, melatonin drops by 30 to 40%. The system becomes fragile, so instead of resting, her body was responding, waking her up. Every night, same time. A major 2021 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition showed this clearly. Adults who eat or drink within an hour of sleep are twice as likely to wake up for over 30 minutes during the night. Even a single snack sends the signal, stay alert. You can think of it like this. By 9 p.m., your body is trying to go still. Lights are dim, breath slows. But that snack, it's like turning on the dishwasher at midnight, loud, jarring, echoing through the whole system. Your body, trying to rest, is pulled back into action. That's why the first change I offer my patients isn't a supplement or a sleep aid. It's timing. If you sleep at 9:30, finish dinner by 6:30. Let the body shift gears gently. Still feel hungry later? Try chamomile or lemon balm tea. Both help signal safety without waking your hormones. Marjorie was unsure, but she tried. She moved dinner earlier, skipped the snack. By the fourth night, she slept through. And in the morning, she didn't feel older. She felt rested, present, like her body had finally caught up with her again. 2. The sleep hormone. You're silencing with a snack. Most people think of melatonin as a pill, but it's actually a signal, a whisper from the brain that says, it's safe to let go now. Your pineal gland begins releasing melatonin when it gets dark, and when your body isn't busy doing other things, like digesting. But here's what's important for seniors to know. After age 60, your body already makes about 34% less melatonin naturally. So that signal, it's already faint. And a small snack before bed can turn the volume down even more. Even something healthy, like fruit or nuts, still activates digestion and insulin, which suppress melatonin production for up to 2 hours. That means your brain doesn't get the full signal to fall into deep, restorative sleep. A 2019 study from the Sleep Heart Health Study, published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, showed that seniors with late-night eating habits were significantly more likely to experience shallow sleep and early morning blood sugar disruptions, both of which are tied to lower melatonin activity. Let's picture it this way. Your sleep system is like a train station. Melatonin is the conductor. If the lights are low and the schedule's clear, the train pulls in smoothly. But if food arrives late, it's like a crowd showing up on the tracks just before the train pulls in. The conductor waits, delays, or cancels the stop entirely, and your rest suffers. What helps? Try this rhythm for 7 nights. Eat your last meal by 6:30 p.m., dim lights at 8 p.m., sleep by 9:30 p.m. Let your body wind down like a soft lantern fading into the night. This one change can restore melatonin's natural rise and unlock the sleep your body still remembers how to enter. Have you ever noticed feeling more alert or waking up more after a late dinner or snack? Let me know in the comments. Your story might help someone else. When we protect melatonin, we're not just chasing sleep. We're giving the body permission to heal. 3. How food sends your blood sugar on a roller coaster at night. You might think your body begins to rest the moment your head hits the pillow, but if you've eaten close to bedtime, something else is happening beneath the surface. Your blood sugar rises quietly, even from a small snack, and a few hours later, it crashes. The brain senses the drop. It doesn't ask why. It just responds with alertness, with cortisol, with a quiet jolt that wakes you before you're ready. It's not hunger. It's your body trying to protect you from a dip it couldn't predict. This quiet sugar swing is a major cause of those 1 to 3 a.m. wake-ups, and most people never connect the dots. In 2021, the British Journal of Nutrition published a study showing that eating within 2 hours of sleep, even 100 calories, raises the risk of obesity in older adults by 80%. But beyond weight gain, researchers found something deeper: fragmented sleep, disrupted glucose rhythms, more nighttime cortisol. Why? Because at night, digestion slows, insulin weakens, food lingers, and then crashes. And the body, instead of resting, is pulled back into reaction. It's like a child on a seesaw at night. No lights, no one watching. One moment, they're up. The next, they drop hard. And you're the one who wakes up. Here's a calming rhythm to try for 7 nights. Finish dinner by 6:30 p.m. After that, only water, chamomile, or lemon balm tea. At dinner include slow-burning foods: avocado, salmon, lentils, olive oil. Give your body steady ground instead of highs and crashes. And notice what shifts: fewer wake-ups, less tossing. A morning that greets you, not one you stumble into. We often reach for food to feel comfort, but at the wrong hour, even comfort can confuse the body. When you listen to the rhythm, something soft returns, not just sleep, but the feeling of being in sync again. 4. Your body clock has 2 timers, and you might be ignoring. Wanted we know the main clock tied to sunlight, sleep, and wake. But most people don't realize there's another one. It doesn't live in your brain. It ticks in your gut. Every time you eat, you're not just fueling your body. You're setting your metabolic clocks. These tiny timers live in your liver, stomach, pancreas, and muscles. And if they fall out of sync with your brain's light-based clock, things start to unravel. You feel tired but can't fall asleep. You fall asleep but wake too early. Or you wake feeling like you barely slept at all. The Harvard Circadian Metabolism Study, Cell Metabolism 2017, showed that just delaying meals by 5 hours shifted participants' glucose rhythms by nearly 6 hours. And that happened even when their light exposure stayed the same. Melatonin and cortisol kept to the original rhythm. But digestion and metabolism, they drifted. Imagine a train station. The wall clock says 9 p.m., but the conductors think it's midnight. Trains arrive too early. Others miss their stop. No one knows who's in charge. That's what happens when you eat too late. Your gut stays awake while your brain tries to rest. And deep sleep, the kind that heals, never fully arrives. To bring the clocks back into rhythm, try this. Shift dinner 15 minutes earlier every 3 to 4 nights. After dinner, no grazing, no bites, just water or tea. Dim lights and cut screen time 60 minutes before bed. In 7 to 10 days, the clocks start ticking together again. And sleep feels like sleep, restful, complete. You don't chase sleep. You return to it, like home, familiar and quiet. Because when your body is in rhythm, sleep isn't a task. It's a welcome. 5. The 3-hour rule that restores deep sleep. For years, I've seen seniors try everything for better sleep. Magnesium, melatonin, meditation apps. But sometimes the most powerful change isn't what you add. It's what you stop at the right time. The body can't digest and sleep deeply at the same time. Digestion heats and activates. Sleep cools and restores. When both are asked to happen together, neither goes well. This is where the 3-hour rule begins to heal. Your last meal should finish at least 3 hours before sleep. That's the window your body needs to complete digestion and shift toward rest. It's not just about food, it's about sequence. As digestion finishes, cortisol drops, insulin levels stabilize, melatonin rises, core temperature gently falls, and that combination is what opens the door to deep sleep. A 2020 study in the Journal of Biological Rhythms found that seniors who followed this 3-hour eating window were 2.5 times more likely to reach uninterrupted deep sleep and had 40% fewer early morning wake-ups. Not from pills, just timing. Picture your digestion like a kitchen. Dinner ends, cleanup begins. But if you keep adding dishes, the staff works all night. The house stays noisy. Sleep stays light. The 3-hour rule lets the kitchen close and the house grow quiet. Try this rhythm for 5 nights. Sleep at 9:30 p.m., finish eating by 6:30. If you feel snacky, sip herbal tea, chamomile, valerian root, or passion flower. Dim lights, slow movements, no grazing. Give your body the space to shift gears. You may feel the difference by the second night. We often push our way toward healing, but this time, try pulling back. Because in that stillness, when the work is done, healing begins. Softly, without effort. 6. Resetting your body's sleep clock without meds. Marjorie once told me, I thought I needed a sleep pill, but what I really needed was a rhythm. She was right. Your sleep-wake rhythm, your body's natural clock, is shaped by more than just sleep. It listens to light, to food, to movement, to silence. When those cues go off beat, so does your rest. But here's the good news. That rhythm isn't broken. It just needs reminding. One of the gentlest ways to reset it, morning light. Light tells the brain it's daytime. And 12 hours later, melatonin knows when to rise. Miss that cue, and the body drifts. You lie in bed, but your system isn't ready. A 2022 review in Sleep Medicine Reviews found that seniors who got 30 minutes of natural light before 10 a.m. fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and had fewer nighttime wake-ups without any medication. Temperature matters too. A warm shower that cools you afterward, or a 65-degree room, tells your body, it's time to rest. Your core temperature needs to fall for sleep to deepen. Here's how to gently guide your clock back into sync. Get 20 to 30 minutes of morning sunlight within 1 hour of waking. Wait 60 minutes before eating. Let cortisol rise naturally. Finish your last meal 3 hours before bed. Dim lights and power down screens by 9 p.m. Keep your room between 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Most seniors feel a shift within 7 to 10 days. Fewer 2 a.m. wake-ups. A body that settles when night falls, and sleep that begins. Without resistance. Sleep isn't forced. It returns when the body is gently reminded. And when it doesn't just rest you, it restores you. 7. When hunger hits. At 9 p.m., what to do. Instead, you spend the night in bed, 8, maybe 9 hours. But if you wake up foggy and heavy, it may not be your sleep. It may be your blood sugar. During the night, your brain runs on glucose. If that fuel drops, often around 3 or 4 a.m., your body quietly reacts. Cortisol rises. Adrenaline nudges you toward wakefulness. You may not remember it, but your rest is interrupted. You wake feeling like you barely slept because you didn't. A 2018 study in Frontiers in Endocrinology found that seniors with unstable overnight glucose experienced disrupted sleep stages. Even when total sleep time looked normal, the hours were there. The depth wasn't. Picture your brain like a lantern. It glows quietly through the night, but when the oil runs low, it flickers, struggles. By morning, it's still burning, but dull, like you. Oh, give your brain what it needs. Try this. At dinner, include protein, chicken, lentils, or eggs. Fiber, steamed vegetables, chia or quinoa. Healthy fat, olive oil, walnuts, avocado. This combo provides stable energy for 6 to 8 hours, enough to keep your brain fueled through the night. Still awake and tired? Ask your doctor to check overnight glucose or cortisol, because what feels like insomnia might just be imbalance. Rest isn't just about stillness, it's about nourishment. And when the brain is fed and steady, you wake clear, calm, as if your body remembered how to rest. What if sleep wasn't broken, just mistimed, not lost, just waiting? Every cell in your body holds rhythm. It knows when to rise, when to rest, when to let go. But over time, routine fades, signals blur, and what once came naturally, stillness, peace, sleep, starts to feel like a struggle. It doesn't have to. When you shift the rhythm back, stop eating a little earlier, let the lights dim, the body cool, the kitchen close, you give your nervous system what it's quietly been asking for. Permission. Permission to slow, to repair, to dream. If any of today's shifts spoke to you, tell me in the comments, what's one change you're willing to try tonight? And if you already have, what did you feel? Someone else may need your story more than you know. You don't have to force rest. You don't have to earn sleep. You simply return to it, because your body remembers the rhythm. It always has.